Two trucks have been documented crossing 1 million miles on their original engines. Not rebuilt, not swapped. The same engine that rolled off the factory floor. And you can buy one of them right now for $5,000. I've spent 20 years turning wrenches, and I've watched trucks worth 60 grand roll into my shop needing repairs that cost more than some of these budget trucks are worth. Meanwhile, I've got customers bringing in these 4 trucks at 300,000 miles for nothing but oil changes. Today I'm counting down the 4 pickup trucks under $5,000 that mechanics actually respect. And that number 1 spot? I've had customers argue with me when I told them what it was. They didn't believe the mileage was real. We're counting down from 4 to 1, and I'm saving the truck with proven million-mile examples for last. For each one, I'll tell you exactly which years to buy, which engine to look for, what breaks, what it costs to fix, and how to inspect it before you hand over your money. Now, pay attention to number 2 on this list. That truck has an engine so overbuilt, Toyota put the same motor in their $75,000 Land Cruiser. I'll explain why that matters for your wallet. And number 3? That's the one mechanics love working on because the parts cost almost nothing. I'm talking $600 a year in average repairs. I'll break down exactly why. Number 4 is America's workhorse, and there's a reason you see these things everywhere with 300,000 miles still hauling trailers. The 1999 to 2006 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The shop story. Last spring, I had a guy bring in a 2003 Silverado Z71 with 287,000 miles. He bought it for $4,200 off Craigslist, drove it 18 months, put maybe 40,000 miles on it. You know what I replaced at that time? A fuel pump and some brake pads. That's it. The 5.3 Vortec under that hood? Still running like it did at 100,000. I've worked on hundreds of these trucks. The engine almost never quits. What I replace constantly is the transmission. The 5.3-liter Vortec V8 comes from the small block Chevy family. That's 60 years of engineering refinement. Owners routinely report 400,000, even 500,000 miles on these engines. But the 4L60E automatic transmission? That's the weak link. It typically needs attention around 120,000 to 150,000 miles. Here's the insider tip. If you can find one with the 4.8-liter V8 instead, grab it. Same reliability as the 5.3, but the 4.8 never had active fuel management, which means zero lifter failure risk. The dollar damage. When that transmission goes, you're looking at $1,700 to $2,800 for a quality rebuild. DIY guys can do it for $400 to $800 in parts. Fuel pump replacement runs $600 to $1,500 at a shop, but the part itself is only $350. Annual maintenance averages around $650. Before you buy any Silverado from this era, crawl underneath and inspect those brake lines. NHTSA investigated over 2,700 brake line failures on 2003 to 2005 trucks. They rust from the inside in salt belt states. Trace every line with a flashlight. Any bubbling or soft spots means walk away or budget $275 to $500 for a pre-bent replacement kit. The mechanic's verdict. Bottom line on the Silverado. The engine will outlast your patience with the transmission. Budget for one rebuild, and you've got a truck that'll work for another 200,000 miles. Now, that Silverado's a solid choice. But if you want the absolute cheapest truck to keep running, number 3 costs almost nothing to repair. Number 3 is the truck that mechanics love seeing roll into the shop, not because it breaks, but because when it does, the repairs take 30 minutes and the parts cost next to nothing. The 2007 to 2010 Ford Ranger with the 3.0-liter Vulcan V6. The shop story. I had a landscaper bring his 2008 Ranger last fall. 278,000 miles on it. He uses this thing every single day, hauling mulch, pulling a trailer, beating on it like it owes him money. His biggest repair in 6 years of ownership? A cam synchronizer. Cost him $150. Mechanics across every forum I've seen call this 3.0 Vulcan the most reliable, durable V6 ever made. Cast iron block, cast iron heads, pushrod simplicity. No timing chains to rattle, no variable valve timing to fail. It just runs. The Vulcan's secret is its refusal to be complicated. While other manufacturers were adding variable valve timing, dual overhead cams, and electronic everything, Ford kept this engine simple. Pushrods, 2 valves per cylinder, and nothing to go wrong. RepairPal gives the Ranger a 4.0 out of 5.0 reliability score, ranking it 3rd among all midsize trucks. Average annual repair costs? $610. That's the lowest of any truck in this entire video. The dollar damage. If the transmission does fail, and I mean if, because these manuals last forever, you're looking at $1,500 to $2,500 for a rebuild on the automatic. But here's where it gets good. Salvage yard Vulcan engines go for $300 to $600. That's less than a timing chain job on some trucks. Avoid the 1999 to 2003 Rangers like they owe you money. The 2000 model year alone had 927 documented problems. Transmission failures as early as 60,000 miles. Stick with 2007 to 2010, specifically with the manual transmission if you can find it. That combo is what mechanics call unstoppable. Who should buy this truck? If you want the absolute lowest cost of ownership and you're doing light-duty work, landscaping, hauling bikes, weekend projects, this is your truck. If you need to tow anything over 3,000 pounds regularly, look elsewhere. The mechanic's verdict. The Ranger's mechanic math is simple. You'll spend more on gas over its lifetime than you will on repairs. That's not a joke, that's real. Alright, if this kind of straight talk is helping you out, hit that subscribe button. I've got more videos coming on trucks the dealerships definitely don't want you knowing about. Now, number 2. This is where Toyota enters the conversation, and the engine I'm about to show you has done something no other truck engine has done twice. Number 2 has the single most bulletproof V8 engine I've ever worked on. 2 separate trucks with this motor have crossed 1 million miles. Not combined, each. 1 million miles each. The 2000 to 2006 Toyota Tundra. A customer of mine bought a 2004 Tundra 2 years ago with 189,000 miles. Paid $4,800 for it. I told him to budget for timing belt service immediately since he had no records. He did. $850 out the door. Since then, oil changes. That's it. He's at 243,000 miles now, and when he brought it in last month, I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. The 4.7-liter 2UZF-EE V8 in this truck is the same engine Toyota put in the $75,000 Land Cruiser. They didn't cheap out on the Tundra. They gave it the same motor they trusted for their flagship. Here's why this engine refuses to die. Cast iron block instead of aluminum, forged steel crankshaft with 8 counterweights, and mechanical valve lifters instead of hydraulic ones. Toyota tuned it conservatively. They wanted longevity over maximum horsepower. The IC Cars study found the first-gen Tundra has a 55.4% chance of reaching 200,000 miles. Not 50,000, not 100,000, 200,000. More than half of them get there. The catch? This is an interference engine. If that timing belt snaps, your pistons destroy your valves, and you're looking at a $3,000 to $5,000 repair. Timing belt service every 90,000 miles runs $750 to $900 including the water pump. That's non-negotiable. If you buy one without service records, assume you need to do it immediately. Exhaust manifolds can crack around 100,000 miles. That's a $1,500 repair. Ball joints on pre-2003 models wear faster, budget $300 to $600 per side. When you're shopping for these, demand service records or assume the timing belt needs immediate replacement. Check the exhaust manifolds for hairline cracks. They'll tick when cold and go quiet when warm. And use NGK or Denso spark plugs only. Bosch plugs cause documented misfires in this engine. Don't ask me why, just don't use them. Who should buy this truck? If you're keeping a truck for 300,000 miles and want full-size capability without full-size drama, this is the one. If you need a truck that starts every single morning in Minnesota winters, this is the one. Who should skip it? If you want modern tech, creature comforts, or towing capacity over 7,000 pounds, look at newer options. The mechanic's verdict. The Tundra's verdict is simple: maintain the timing belt, and this truck will outlive your mortgage, your car payment, and probably your desire to ever shop for another truck. Alright, 2 Toyota trucks in the top 2 spots. Coincidence? Not even close. But number 1 has something the Tundra doesn't, a reputation so legendary that people pay more for these used than they cost new when adjusted for inflation. Drop your guess in the comments right now. What truck do you think is number 1? Let's see who gets it. Number 1. The truck that mechanics argue about, customers fight over, and owners never sell. The Toyota Tacoma. Specifically, the 2000 to 2004 first generation, or the 2013 to 2015 late second generation, with the 3.4-liter V6. The shop story. I had a guy bring in a 2001 Tacoma last year. 338,000 miles. Original engine. Original transmission. He bought it new in 2001, and he wanted me to find something wrong with it so he'd have an excuse to buy something newer. I couldn't. The front brakes? He replaced them at 120,000 miles. The rear brakes? 200,000 miles. The clutch? 225,000 miles. This truck has had less work done to it than some cars have at 60,000 miles. I've worked on hundreds of Tacomas. The 3.4-liter V6, engine code 5VZF, is practically bulletproof. Consumer Reports gives the 2013 to 2015 models a 5 out of 5 predicted reliability rating. 5 out of 5. They don't hand that out. Here's what makes the 3.4 special. It's a non-interference engine. If your timing belt breaks, and it shouldn't if you maintain it, your pistons don't hit your valves. The engine just stops. You replace the belt and you drive home. On an interference engine, that same failure destroys your motor. Toyota trucks are nearly 4 times more likely to reach 250,000 miles than the industry average. For times. That's not marketing, that's data from IC Cars analyzing millions of vehicles. The dollar damage. Timing belt and water pump service runs $640 to $900. Valve cover gaskets, which these do need eventually, are $290 to $540 at a shop, $40 if you do it yourself. Alternator is $350 to $773. Starter is $341 to $588. Now here's the one thing that can kill a Tacoma: frame rust. Toyota paid $3.4 billion, with AB settling a class action lawsuit covering 1.5 million trucks from 1995 to 2010. The fully boxed frame design trapped moisture and rotted from the inside out. If you're buying a Tacoma from these years, especially from the rust belt, crawl underneath with a flashlight and a hammer. Tap the frame rails. Solid metal sounds like metal. Rotten metal sounds hollow or flakes apart. If the frame's compromised, walk away. No engine reliability matters if the truck skeleton is gone. Look for trucks from Arizona, Texas, California, or anywhere that doesn't salt roads. A rust-free Tacoma at 200,000 miles will outlast a Rust Belt Tacoma at 100,000. Budget the extra $500 to ship one from a dry state if you have to. Who should buy this truck? If you want the highest resale value of any truck on this list, if you're keeping it for 10 years, if you want something you can hand to your kid when they turn 16, this is it. Who should skip it? If you need full-size bed capacity, towing over 5,000 pounds, or you're in the Rust Belt and can't find a clean one, look at the Tundra instead. The mechanic's verdict. The Tacoma's reputation isn't marketing. It's earned. Every single shift. Every oil change. Every owner who put 300,000 miles on one and sold it to someone who put on 300,000 more. That's why mechanics respect this truck. Those are the 4 pickup trucks under $5,000 that have earned respect in every shop I've ever worked in. 2 Toyotas, 1 Chevy, 1 Ford, all of them capable of hitting 300,000 miles if you maintain them. You now know more about what actually lasts than most people spending $50,000 on a new truck this weekend. Next time a salesman tells you something's reliable, you'll know what that word actually means. Now, if you want to know the SUVs that never break down, the ones you can buy once and drive forever, I made a whole video on that. It's right here. Same approach, same shop floor truth. That's 20 years of shop experience talking. Like if it helped, subscribe for more car advice. I'll keep giving you truth dealerships won't. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it'll take care of you. Take it or leave it, I'll see you in the next one.